If I say UFC, Conor McGregor is probably one of the first names to come to mind. There aren't many fighters who have this guy's level of star power, talent, and charisma. It's no wonder every event he headlines makes headlines. One of the most memorable McGregor bouts came at UFC 205, McGregor versus Alvarez. Today we're going to take a look at the historic fights in what Dana White has called the biggest fight card in UFC history. This is Ultimate MMA. It was time for Miesha Tate, recently of taking down Ronda Rousey fame, to battle it out with Raquel Pennington. These bantamweight fighters kicked off the night with an intense 3-round brawl. Pennington had the upper hand with her boxing and was landing solid strikes against Tate early on.
She's got the neck.
Can she
Miesha's in big trouble.
Goodness.
Big trouble. Miesha's in big trouble. Wow. And she still got it. Oh my goodness.
It wasn't long before Pennington had Tate by the head. The next 3 rounds highlighted Pennington's superior grappling ability, earning her the win by unanimous decision. Directly after this fight, Tate announced her retirement from MMA. We'll miss seeing her in the octagon. Next up, we watched middleweights Weidman and Romero battle it out. Romero, out of Cuba, was an Olympic silver medalist in freestyle wrestling, and widely considered one of the UFC's most athletic fighters, while Chris Weidman was well known as the first fighter to take out the legendary Anderson Silva. There was no way this fight was going to be anything but exciting. Weidman kept putting the pressure on Romero, making sure the Olympic medalist had no time to set up.
Came in Silva's 38th professional fight.
Nice knee to the body by Weidman and then a kick. He's talking about an eye poke.
In the second round, Romero cried foul after Weidman poked him in the eye. Romero got his revenge in the third round with a flying knee knockout.
Flying knee, he knocked him out. Wow. That's it, this fight's over.
It is all over. Yoel Romero.
Guess that's why they call him the Soldier of God. I don't think Michael Bisping was too enthused about his new challenger.
You say something like this for me, and now I say you. I love you. See you soon, boy.
Next up was the Polish Civil War for the Strawweight Championship. Joanna Jedrzejczyk is still widely considered to be one of the best strawweight fighters, but would she be able to handle the undefeated striking ability of Karolina Kowalkiewicz? Karolina held her own, but there was no denying Joanna's strikes were just too powerful and precise.
Nose of Joanna Jedrzejczyk is damaged big time.
It certainly is, but man, she's firing.
In the end, Kowalkiewicz absorbed too many strikes, and Jedrzejczyk held onto her belt by unanimous decision. But both women definitely proved that Poland is nothing to mess with. The pierogies aren't half bad either. Tyron Woodley versus Stephen Thompson was perhaps the most even matchup of the night. Woodley was defending his welterweight title against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, whose karate background gave him a unique set of skills.
Bloodied up, final seconds of the round.
Big elbow, 2 elbows.
He caught him big time.
By the end of round 1, Wonderboy's face was already bloodied. But the Crimson Mask wouldn't stop the striker from putting pressure on Woodley. In round 3, Tyron landed a solid strike that knocked Stephen back, allowing the champ to get on top and land some serious strikes. But even that wasn't enough to take down Wonderboy. The fight lasted all 5 intense rounds, but in the end, Woodley barely squeaked out a win. He'd hold on to his belt, for now. Coming up was the main event, and perhaps one of the most dominant performances ever, by the notorious Conor McGregor. This was the Irishman in his prime, and everybody was holding their breath to see if he could become the first UFC fighter to hold titles in 2 different divisions at the same time, featherweight and lightweight. This was also the second time in UFC history that champions in different divisions fought for the same title.
He's ever held 2 belts in the UFC simultaneously.
And Conor goes high with the kick.
Conor did it back at home in Ireland. Delivers another big left.
It just seems to be one of those punches that fighters just get shocked by.
McGregor hurt Alvarez early on in the first round with pinpoint accurate strikes. From there, it was all downhill for the American. Conor's left-hand jab dominated, and by the second round, it was all over.
Alvarez getting loose, getting better here in this round, though.
Oh, man.
Until that.
Oh, he's done. He's done.
That is all over. History has been made. Conor McGregor is the UFC lightweight champion.
What a performance.
In under 8 minutes, McGregor struck down the champion and took his lightweight belt, making history and establishing himself as one of the UFC's biggest stars of all time. We can't wait to see how he handles his next opponent. Which bout from UFC 205 is your favorite? What McGregor matchup would you like to see next? Is there another fighter you think could win titles in 2 divisions? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and check back for more. This is Ultimate MMA.